came to see Dr. Akbari, the facial plastic surgeon, for my services. Today we will be treating my crow's feet mostly as my main concern with Botox, as well as my forehead. I just find when I go like this, there's major lines there, and when I smile, my eyes get so squinty and there's all these lines that are starting to appear. And then we're also going to do a bit of filler under my eyes here and in my temples. When I see myself in the mirror or in pictures, I do feel a little bit like, oh boy, like 30 hit me kind of hard. Like I noticed the difference in the last 5 years or so. It's shocking for sure to like see myself in that way when I kind of maybe hadn't realized it was happening, and then I see a picture, I'm like, oh, that's not me. Like, how is that possible that I have that deep of crow's feet already, you know? So it's kind of shocking and upsetting for sure. Some of my fears before coming in to get the procedures done was just not looking natural. Basically, I don't want to look, I don't want it to be obvious that I've had Botox or fillers done. I want it to look natural. I want to sort of try to gain some of my youth back without looking fake, I guess is my biggest concern.
Hello and welcome to Monarch MD. My name is Dr. Eli Akbari and I'm a facial plastic surgeon. My patient and I just went over our consultation process where I learned about her story, and also what brings her in today was the fact that she feels that she's looking tired. This is a very common theme, especially amongst young moms, and wanting to look refreshed, but also she's very young, so she wants to be proactive in terms of preventing some deep lines from forming. So we've come up with our treatment plan, and it's going to be focusing, again, very important area around the eye area. So first we'll be treating you with Botox. We'll be treating your forehead lines as well as glabella and frown lines, and then we'll also know that you have really beautiful smile that causes deep crow's feet, so we're going to soften them. We still want to preserve them. We then talked about augmenting your temple area because that gives your eye a beautiful frame, and also improve the volume in the mid-face, and then topping it off with the tear troughs. She's also looking for fuller lips, so that's what we will do as the refinement part of our treatment. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. Let's do it.
Getting my face done by Dr. Akbari was a really good experience. I was so nervous before, just not knowing at all what to expect, like with pain or how it would turn out, but it was great the whole way through from beginning to end. It was a really good experience. So the first procedure that I had done was Botox on my forehead, in the middle of my eyebrows, and then on around the crow's feet. The Botox was so easy. Pain-wise, it was like a 1 out of 10, like just little pricks here and there, but I barely even noticed it. It was totally fine. And then I had fillers done in both my temples, in my cheekbones, and then just right in here. And that honestly wasn't too bad pain-wise either. As soon as I picked up the mirror after she was done, I was like, wow, like I feel like this is how my face should have looked all along. You know, like I feel like it looks natural. She just enhanced the areas that needed enhancing. Yeah, I just felt like really happy with the results. I feel like I look fresher, a little bit younger, more awake, less tired, which was what I was hoping for. So I'm really happy with that. I would say for someone who's looking to get Botox or fillers done, to go to Dr. Akbari. Go to someone who knows what they're doing. Go to someone who knows the facial anatomy. They know what to avoid, what to do right. It's going to be a better experience for you. Go for it. Get it done if that's what you're wanting to do. I was hesitant at first, but I'm so happy I did it now. And going with someone like Dr. Akbari, it's so nice because you feel like you're in good hands. You know you're in good hands because she knows what she's doing. She's educated. She has the experience. So I would definitely say make sure that you go to someone who knows what they're doing. It's 2 weeks after my procedure. The recovery's been great. Afterwards, there was a little bit of pain, like a little bit of soreness, but it didn't stop me from doing anything. Like I went to work the next day and it was fine. I found that ice helped and a little bit of Tylenol, but it's really tolerable. I didn't have any concerns when I went home. My lips were a little bit swollen after I had the fillers put in, but Dr. Akbari advised me that that was normal and that would happen, and that they'd probably go down about like 50%. Because she gave me that knowledge, I wasn't worried about it. The biggest change that I noticed in my face was for sure that putting fillers in my temples. When I first came to Dr. Akbari to get some work done, my biggest concern was getting Botox in my forehead and the crow's feet, and getting fillers in the lips. And then she suggested to potentially do fillers in the temples. So I took her suggestion and I'm so glad I did. So since having that, that's been definitely the biggest change. I feel like I just look brighter and my eyes look bigger, I look more awake, younger, and then also my lips, I'm so happy with them. Some feedback that I'm getting from my family and friends, well, my husband first off, he was really concerned about me getting anything done. He's happy with the results and he says that I look natural, and he's happy with that. So he's actually considered doing some treatments himself as well, so that's been good. And then my other family and friends have just said that, like, I've told them the specific work that I've had done, but they're like, you know what, you just look fresher. Your skin just looks smoother. You look like you had a really good night's sleep, and it's not obvious. Like, they're like, if you didn't tell us the specific stuff that you had done, we couldn't tell. You just look better, younger, fresher. I did want to go to someone who is a specialist in what they're doing, because it is a little bit worrisome when you're doing something that can augment your face. So I wanted someone who knows everything there is to know about facial construction. So going to Dr. Akbari was a clear choice for me, and I am so happy that I did.
Welcome back to Monarch MD. My name is Dr. Eli Akbari and I'm a facial plastic surgeon. My lovely patient and I just had our follow-up appointment. We went over all the areas that we treated and also the beautiful before and after pictures. Kyla is a young mom of a 1-year-old, and so it's a rough year the first year,
sure
right?
It is. Yeah, it is.
With the sleep pattern, right?
Yeah.
How's she sleeping now?
She's good now, finally.
A little bit better?
It was hard for a while, for sure.
I know. So she's been contemplating this for a while, and this was the first time you ever had any kinds of treatment.
Yeah.
And for you, it was both preventative, and then you had specific areas of concern that we discussed together. So what we did for her was first time Botox. We treated her forehead, the glabella and frown area, and she has a beautiful smile. And when you smile, you used to get really deep crow's feet. I think that was your number one area that you were
Absolutely.
Interested about. Yeah. And then we dug in a little bit deeper and looked at the pictures. We decided to also augment the cheek to replace some of the lost volume, both in the medial and lateral cheek, to give you a little bit more of a lateral lift and also that beautiful OG curve. Last but not least, after she got a little bit of after you got your feet wet, because once we did the upper third, she just needed a break and just to kind of let things settle. And then we did her lips not long ago, actually, just a few days ago. And so tell me how you've been feeling and how have you been enjoying your results?
I've been loving it. I've been enjoying it so much. I always, like, if I walk past a mirror, I'm like, oh, that's me. Like, you know, it's such a nice feeling. I feel refreshed. I feel like I look like I had a good sleep, and I feel like I look younger, and I'm just so happy with the results.
Wonderful. I know one of your concerns was, you know, a lot of our partners are worried about us looking not like us, because I think there's a lot of results that aesthetically are different than the natural look that we go for. So I know you were nervous about your lips, specifically about that. Like, how has that been for you, the journey of that?
Yeah, so I was worried that they would just be like too large. And like at first they were a little bit swollen after we did it. And but you advised me that was normal and that they would go down a lot, and they did, and I'm so happy with them now. They're perfect.
Perfect. Awesome. It's been a true treat. I've had a lot of young moms recently, and I think it's so nice to do that investment for yourself. And really, when you get to look in the mirror and you see that face, I think it just makes life that little bit sweeter. And you've got gorgeous green eyes, and you know, now they're just pop more. You still can animate, and you really look like, you know, really natural. Honestly, I don't think I would be able to pick out that you've done it, even though I've done the treatment. Yeah. Even in the before and after pictures, with animation for sure, the lips, if you really focus on, but if I didn't have your after picture or before picture, it would be tough to see that you've had things done. So thank you for trusting your face to me, and I'm sure we'll be seeing each other more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Of course, it's been my pleasure. Thank you.